Hello, everybody. Welcome to Project Plus at Regen. I'm with my boy Harry Beast. How are you, buddy?
Yo, what up? I'm doing great. How about you?
I'm amazing. Super excited to be there. Finally, PM has some recognition amongst the melee community. We have a spot at Regen. Regen being part of the same circuit. One tournament every month at the end of the month. Super stack tournament. And today we have the honor, the pleasure to be here as a side event, showing up with P plus. With, of course, all of EU's finest PM players, but also a lot of amazing melee players. Have you seen the bracket?
The bracket looks super stacked. Like the amount of talent in there is just insane.
It's
From both
scary.
sides of the spectrum.
It's really scary. So we have two pools, 48 players. We're gonna commentate pool one until what will be like almost 3 p.m. French time, so 2 p.m. other time, and then we have a second pool, then top 24, then top 8. So we have all day on this beautiful channel that is Project M Nexus. So big thanks to Project M Nexus to being able to give us the opportunity to show us what PM and P plus in Europe is. Who's the player you want to see today win?
Who's the player that I want to see win? Well, myself, since I'm in the bracket. But
Okay, I love that answer. I love that answer.
well, yeah, that's probably unlikely given my seed. But if there's one player that I had to root for to win, would probably be Canola Bibs.
Oh, okay. I like that pick. So Knowlebibs, for those who don't know, Knowlebibs was the best Bowser in Europe on 3.6. He was like this flashiest Bowser you've ever seen, doing some amazing. He was like at the ledge. He was just untouchable. He was sliding and clawing his way back to the center stage. I think he's not playing Bowser in P plus, if I'm not mistaken, right?
He doesn't really like the way Bowser works in P plus.
Okay.
He did play Bowser for a couple of sets during EU Titans,
Mhm.
but I was talking to him yesterday. He said he probably won't play Bowser. He'll just stick to either Roy or Link for this.
Okay. Yeah, he has a lot of amazing secondaries. Of course, he was. That was funny because he was like the flashiest Bowser, but he was also like the only Bowser using neutral B non-ironically. He was like, yeah, that move is really good. I love it. So we're gonna see a lot of him. Hopefully, he's gonna make it pretty far. We're gonna see a lot of, as I said, EU's finest. As a Ivysaur main, I'm super happy to see Slime in the bracket, Slime Puffin in the bracket, who was back in the days, back in 3-4 years ago, maybe more, one of the best Ivysaur in Europe, has dropped the game because he lives in Sweden and the ping right there with the rest of Europe is not the best. And he's also a Rivals of Ether MVP in Europe.
He's great at Rivals.
Yeah, he's amazing. He's amazing at Rivals. He has gone to USA to have some pretty huge results. I think he also won a Beast event, I think, of Rivals. So an amazing player we're going to see. We're gonna see Maye, my boy Maye. Of course, you all know Maye, the Marth player in Melee that's actually doing a really good run today in Melee bracket, I've seen. But he's also an amazing ZSS player. He has finished second at EU Titans, 1 month or so ago. So might be the winner today since Zen is not here. Zen won the previous EU Titans tournament. And as you can see on stream, we have now what looks like a Zelda against a Mario.
So we got Aarnooozz versus MASL. Expecting, Aarnooozz is a Zelda. He's from Finland, so the ping might be a bit spiky. MASL, I'm not sure where they are from. Let me double check.
Austria.
Oh, Austria, okay.
So Zelda, it's a character that we don't see a lot in Europe, at least. Of course, there's amazing Zelda players in the US, Zaime, Grizzly also.
Well, I would say Zelda's more common, around the lower to mid level of the scene. You see a lot more Zeldas.
Definitely, and Mario, of course, is stable in all of Smash games. Really, I like Mario in P+. He's super fun to play. Once you have the fundamentals of the game, Mario becomes so much fun to play. I love it. So
Mario's that jack of all trades character. So he gives you the freedom to explore the game and kind of play it how you want. Not to the strength of maybe a character like Fox or something, but gives you a good idea.
Definitely a good character. A lot of guaranteed stuff after down throw. Scary character, nonetheless. Really scary characters. But Zelda, of course, really unexplored in PM and P+ in general. But we'll see how things go so far. And they've started on PS2.
Yeah, pretty. I'd say it's a fan favorite stage. A lot of people like it.
Definitely, yeah.
Oh no. Okay, that was a that was a big mistake by Aarnooozz.
A lot of scrapping out so far, trying to reach neutral. Oh, I love up throw up there. I don't know what percentage that works, but that's pretty much guaranteed that it's those percentage.
Yeah.
Trying to fret for something. Zelda's grab actually not that bad. Like the character in melee is pretty slow, pretty wonky, but in P+, like this character has some scary hitboxes.
Damn. Okay. What I'm seeing though is a bit choppy, so I think it's a bit slower than what you're seeing, probably.
Yeah. It's a bit pixelated on my end too, but it's not worried. Still understanding what's happening. That Mario wants that fair so bad, reaching for it, doing everything he can to land that sweet fair.
Yeah, he really wants to extend this lead. Which is kind of what you need to do against Zelda, because she really does not have the tools to approach, or like, she's not a comeback character.
Oh, definitely not. She's not even an approaching character. Like, Zelda has a really hard time being aggressive, the aggressor, actually, in a lot of matchups, so it's pretty hard to do. So far, it's looking pretty decent on both sides. I don't know if these players have played a lot of PM. Definitely haven't heard of them as PM players before that, so can't really tell.
Well, MASL I haven't really heard from, but like judging by how he's playing, he definitely has some experience with the game. Aarnooozz I do see asking for games every once in a while in the European server, so he is familiar.
What a grab! You want to hit that sweet spot with Zelda, with the sweet spot fair, sweet spot back here, because the sour spot doesn't lead to much, does damage, just percent.
Nice down throw, does not get the fair. Zelda a bit too high, like percentage wise.
Ooh, what a neutral lead you catch. Catch the cape. Doesn't get no punish though on the recovery, that's a shame. Actually, Mario's fireballs, well, Mario's projectile, because in P+, when you choose Dr. Mario, you have a different skin of projectile, you have the pills, but it's the same character. So Mario's projectile is really good and really underused and can be super naughty.
Oh wow, there's an interesting use of a B.
Zelda, it's a high percent. Will not be dead yet, not a chance on life.
Alright. But from the looks of this, it looks like MASL's like gonna take this game. But I mean, if it wasn't for like that really early stock at the beginning, I think this would be a lot closer.
Definitely.
But it just judging from what we're seeing right now, what adjustments do you think Aarnooozz needs to make to like bring this back?
Maybe confirms. Maybe confirms. I feel like there's a lack of confirms right now on his end. But I'm not sure actually. They look like they're scrapping around more than anything.
That's the
first game. It's the first game of the day. Like, do you know how to play against Zelda? Sometimes not. I know that I've been playing that game for years and years. I still don't know how to play against Zelda.
Yeah, that's true.
I feel like this character has, and just like that, this character has some amazing aerials. It's super fast, but when I play her, I'm like, oh, she's slow as hell. Why am I getting hit by her all the time? So this kind of wanky character, and she has like some super weak property on her moves. It's really a weird character when you think about it. Whereas Mario, of course, pretty straightforward. Of course, there's some P+ specific stuff you can do, but otherwise, like when you play Smash, whether you play Ultimate, Smash 4, Melee, you know what Mario can do, pretty much. So you have that kind of lead. But I would say that Mario is a better character overall than Zelda is in that meta currently. But
yeah, I don't think anybody would argue. Or I don't think most people would argue against that.
Yeah, pretty roundabout character, but so far, Zelda's been slowly.
Alright, oh, grab release?
Projectile spam, but getting hit by the side B. And the up air, well, ooh! Wow,
damn,
what a
okay.
What a comeback. What a comeback! Wasn't expecting that at all.
Yeah, no, for sure. That looked like MASL had that game like pretty much won like around the second stock. But yeah, Aarnooozz just climbed his way back in there. Took it.
Really nice Sidon showing us that Zelda, even though she doesn't have a lead, can still be a pretty dangerous character. And she has a lot of stuff. Like she can rack up some damage like crazy, She's a good character now, but yeah, nicely done. Super fun to see a Zelda. I know we have a Zelda in France, Nero, who really is a Zelda main. There's not a lot of Zelda Zelda players in Europe, so it's nice to see the character being used.
The question though, is this tag Nero or Drago? Because whenever I see him enter brackets,
it's like I think it's Nero and he's like in French tournaments, and otherwise Drago. I think he has the third tag, so
oh god.
So really hard to tell. He has a lot of persona, I guess. Always Zelda, so you know what to expect. So they're making their bans. Of course, all bans are happening on smash.gg. For those who want the bracket, smash.gg/Regen _online. And there you see, of course, all the brackets for the day, whether it's Ultimate, Melee, or P+. And what a...
Oh, we see the Fox. Okay.
Yeah. And what a small stage. What do you think about that counter pick?
This, I mean, I like the counter pick. Although I do see Zelda's counter pick into Warrior Land like sometimes, mainly because like they can get that really early kill with like the back air or forward air. Like especially on bad DI and on a light character like Fox, just flying into the blast zone.
Definitely.
But yeah, the same can be said like vice versa. Like Fox will kill extremely early on the stage, like with up air, up smash.
Oh yeah. And the platforms, like you can do an upper ladder with those platforms. Having two platforms just to move around like that on top of one another, really scary stuff.
Ooh, exactly. But there's also like that P+ PM factor where like he might not be used to the matchup, so like he could just run in and like not expect the move to have a hitbox of that size or something, and then just like just die off of like one like bad DI.
I love that F throw at Zelda, with Zelda at super low percent. You get a tech trap, really weird to tech, and then you can get a dash attack. But so far, Fox is scary, man. I mean, it would be it's kind of a ballsy to pick Fox when you don't really play PM or P+, because there's some difference between the melee Fox and the PM Fox in terms of like there's a bit more lag on the recovery. Smash is a bit less powerful, Shine is a bit less powerful too. Sometimes I can just like you can feel weird and not get used to, and what a bad guy like that.
No, exactly. And then there's also that stigma that like every character was made to like
Fox, of course, yeah.
For to death.
And I mean Zelda against Spacey, she has a combo game with those top smash, and so far racking up like almost more than 60 damage on that.
Yeah, he's definitely taking him for a ride this stock.
Yeah. Well, no.
Oh, well,
no,
you hate to see it. You hate to see it.
Yeah. At this point in the match.
Yeah, I mean, you gotta take into account like the mental damage that does to somebody too. Like, it's potentially the last game. Just side beat off against this weird character I've played against before.
Yeah, you have to kill Zelda like right now. You have. Oh no, it's a lot of damage. Goes through the side B though. That's some bravery right there.
It's still very doable.
Okay. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, let's go.
Only 66%. That's not that bad. That's really not that bad. I mean, you can get one down air, Shine of Smash, and already Zelda is maybe 1/3 of a kill percent. So.
Or like you said, like before, he could like get an upper ladder, like using a platform.
Definitely.
Really early off the top.
Just don't get hit by a counter hit fair or back air. Zelda players really love to spam that move when they're out of hit stun. Oh, this is his tech chase. Up throw. Oh, and just like that, as I said.
Damn.
I'm not sure if it was the RTI of the up air or just a misplacing of that. But yeah, if you miss that sweet spot up air, you get just back air or fair, and that just takes your stock even more on that small stage. But yeah, nice performance by both of them. Like that counter pick on WarioWare.
I mean, it was a very risky counter pick, but I understand the logic behind it. It's just game plan could have been executed a bit more. But hey, what can you do?
Yeah.
It could have been turning nerves too, like to some degree. But yeah, like props to Aarnooozz. Like it was looking a bit shaky during the first game, but he really pulled it together at the end.
Mm-mm-mm. Really nicely done, indeed. And I think we're gonna have another match on stream, which is Prague against Carfest.